Hello, I'm Meg Salyer, and I'd like to welcome you to the Ward 6 Council Show. I have with me today a great friend, Dana Chism, who's the CEO of Pup Transitions.
Correct.
An amazing organization that provides great services in our near downtown. And it's an organization, Dana, that has a great history. So
Yes.
perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the founding of Pup Transitions.
Sure. Well, we were actually founded in 1925, and we were known as Travelers Aid Society. And we were known as Travelers Aid Society up until about 2000, and we changed our name to Travelers Aid and Homeless Assistance Center. We do so much more than providing travelers aid. So we changed our name to Upward Transitions in about 2008. So we've changed the name quite a while ago, and it really truly reflects what we're trying to do for our clients. We provide a variety of different social services for both the homeless and for those in need. Our homeless programs include services such as getting an ID so you can start looking for work or find housing. We have work search services for our homeless clients with the goal of them becoming self-sufficient again.
Great.
We see more homeless clients, but we really help more people with homeless prevention services and rapid rehousing services. And by what we mean by homeless prevention services is that we assist with rent and utilities. And I want to make clear, because I know a lot of people are always question, helping someone with rent or utilities. The families that we help have to be seen by a case manager. They have to have income. They have to prove a financial setback, such as a loss of a job or a large medical expense that's interrupted your ability to pay your normal monthly expenses. So we really are trying to help the people that are truly in need. It's much cheaper to help someone with their rent or utility payment than to have them go homeless. And because if you think about going homeless, it's a progression, and you don't always lose everything at once. But if you're homeless for a while, literally you have nothing but the clothes on your back, and you have to start all over with furniture and towels and pots. So we feel like this prevention component of our services is very, very critical.
It is an extremely important piece. I think it's exactly the right fix, trying to prevent that from happening. I want to go back just a little bit because I love your name so much, and I think a lot of people that have been in the community for a long time would recognize Travelers Aid.
Right.
And in a minute, I want to talk about the services out at the airport. But I think Upward Transitions speaks so much to what you do, and the way your name change came about was really fun.
Yes. And we actually went through Leadership Oklahoma City's Loyal program. And
so for those that don't know, that Loyal program is linking Oklahoma's
young
youth,
leaders
or something. So it stands for Loyal.
Right.
And just a wonderful program. And each year they take on a project in the community. And so a group of them, including Megan from my office.
Yes, she did.
Worked
she
on
was the year we changed our name.
Worked on the name change.
Yeah.
So I guess lots of brainstorming and thinking about the broader picture of what you all service.
Right. And included in the other services, trying our homeless services and our homeless prevention services and our homeless programs, we also do domestic violence relocation, and we find that a really critical component, helping people that are facing domestic violence situations get to a safe place. And we will help anyone that, we request some documentation and things like that to come in. We'll help them with gas or a bus ticket to get to, even though we have service at the airport, we do not do any airline tickets. We don't have the airline tickets. Are so expensive, we don't have the funding to do that.
We know that Oklahoma ranks so poorly in domestic violence issues. The numbers are just distressing to me. How many folks experience domestic violence, and how hard it is to get out of a situation like
it's
that.
Very difficult.
And so to understand the resources in the community is extremely important. Talk to us a little bit about where you're located. You moved not too long ago.
Yes, we were very lucky. St. Anthony Hospital bought our property in Midtown. We were located right there on the circle next to Kaiser's in September of 2012. And over the next year and a half, we converted an old storefront building on Main Street. We're just west of Western on Main Street. And we offer our services out of there. We're right between the City Rescue Mission, the Homeless Alliance, and the day Day Shelter and Jesus House, and not too far from Pershing Center. So we have, I kind of call it the Main Street the I-40 of social services right now, because our traffic is just, we knew we were going to be busy when we moved into this location closer to the missions, and we just never dreamed that we would be this busy. We've been there a year and a half, and we're already talking about expansion.
Wow. And that's a good problem to have, and a disappointing problem.
Yes, ma'am.
You say Main Street is that I-40. I agree
Yeah.
with you, and a lot of that resides in Ward 6. And I think one of the things that I've been really gratified about is to see how many agencies that operate in that corridor are cooperating together, working hard to offer complementary services and not all duplicative services.
Right,
and
right.
We've got so many things going for us, but we still have folks on the street, and we know that there's a certain amount of the population that just doesn't
Right.
want to reach out to the help that's being provided and will be on the street. And some of that's transient traffic that makes people a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, it's very gratifying, because we do, and that's our goal, is we do actually break through on some of those people that are on the streets. And there's several clients that some of my staff have been working with that have been homeless for years, and they've just, the day that they decide that they want to make a change is just so. It's just such a happy day for us, because
it gives you goosebumps,
yeah, they
doesn't
just,
it,
they just have decided. There's Terry, one of my staff members, just told me about a gentleman that she's been working with before I came. I joined the organization 7.5 years ago, and he's going over to the Lottie House through the Mental Health Association, and he's taking yoga over there. And
Wonderful.
and he's worked his way back into City Rescue Mission, and so that's what we like to be there for. Is if they stop in, hopefully we have an opportunity to try and catch them and work with them to try and get them back on their feet again.
Great. But Dana, you also do so many other things. I was visiting over at the facility recently, and you had a really great event called Pup Transitions.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. That was kind of the brainstorm of our Director of Development, Dustin Pyatt. And we did a photography project, and there was lots of pictures of homeless people with pets, and it just kind of spurned the idea that, many of our clients are very low income. There's a lot of housing just directly north of us. And then our homeless clients have pets, and they don't have the opportunity or the funds to be able to provide pet care for their pets. And so we partnered with Best Friends of Oklahoma, Best Friends of Pets of Oklahoma City, Kim Schlittler, and they provided core vaccinations and rabies vaccinations for free. And the dogs got leashes and collars and bags of food and toys and treats. And what we're trying to do is help. The money that our clients do have needs to go to gas and rent and utilities, and so we're trying to do is offset those costs. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you love your dog any more or less. And they got little ID tags that we engraved with their names on it, their phone numbers, and so it just gave an opportunity for pet owners to feel responsible. We really also wanted to try and hopefully reach out to pet owners to talk about spaying and neutering. In your ward there's a lot of stray pets, and we were hoping that we could start creating awareness and some trust with our neighbors to think about doing that for their pets.
Well, it was incredibly heartwarming to see folks come. I'm thinking of one woman in particular, and she had 4 little puppies in a shopping cart, a kitty. So it wasn't just pups. We're going to have to come up with a different name than Pup Transitions. And her kitty cat. And you could just see between the dogs how much they loved her and how much she loved them. It was really a great relationship. And the next day I was there, and you were serving hamburgers and hot dogs to the neighborhood. And
that was a fun 2 days for us. Every year before I came 7.5 years ago, we've always participated. We're United Way partner agency and have been from almost since we were founded and United Way was founded. We do the United Way Day of Caring Client Cookout, and we partner with BKD, which is an accounting firm downtown, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they host the event, and we cook hot dogs and hamburgers out to our neighbors, the residents in the area, and our homeless clients, and they come and enjoy. We handed out Thunder bracelets this year, so I have my.
There were a couple of folks kind of disappointed that there weren't Thunder Girls there. I do remember hearing that.
Well, I talked to Christine about that. So. Christine at the Thunder. So So anyhow, they had their big scrimmage that weekend, so they weren't able to get away. So but she said they're on again for next year. So and so is BKD. But it was just it's just a fun, nice day to get a really. I mean, we really grilled the hamburgers and hot dogs.
Oh
and
my gosh, it looked so good. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.
I somehow went away without one, and it was all I
Next
could
year
do.
we'll save you one. So
was
they're on
wonderful.
for 2015. So
Great.
it looks like Pup Transitions and our Day of Caring cookout will be scheduled again. So you have to come by next year.
Wonderful.
So.
I promise I will. Yeah. We don't have too much time, but I wondered if you could just share a little bit about changes in population that you're seeing. I'm hearing from some of the other shelters that we're seeing a slightly different face.
Yeah, a lot of the shelters are seeing an increase in families, and what we have noticed is there was from the point in time count, the homeless count that we do every year, there was an increase in the number of homeless people in Oklahoma City, and there's some things that were attributed to that, but the Sooner Stand Down that they just had over at the Westtown Resource Center for Homeless Veterans, they had a decrease in the number of homeless veterans, and we want to hopefully attribute that to the really great program that we're working in partnership with Goodwill to help homeless veterans and their families either rehouse or stop from becoming homeless. So families, I mean, we see literally everything that comes through the door. It's just a variety of different issues, and some are very difficult.
Very difficult. And I have to say, in the couple of times I've been down there recently, I've been so impressed with the demeanor of your staff and the thoughtful way, compassionate way that they deal with your clients, because it is not always easy. And
it is not.
This is a hard problem for our community, and we are so blessed in Oklahoma City to have a very large faith-based community that participates. People are generous, but I want to thank you for working with me on some strategies, where we're maybe going to try to educate the population or educate our citizens a little bit better that perhaps giving money on street corners and as handouts may not be the very best way to help.
No.
And I want to thank you for helping with me on that. I know we're
glad you're taking
try to roll that
the
out,
lead on that.
Roll that out soon.
Real critical. So
great. Well, Upward Transitions is a fabulous organization. We're just about out of time, but give us your website address in case people want to get engaged.
It's www.upwardtransitions.org.
Perfect, and they can come volunteer. They can help provide resources for you, which are always needed. And
we are always looking for, in-kind donations during different times of the year. Financial support is also very welcome. People are welcome to come and take a tour of our facilities and see what we're doing out there.
Perfect.
We're really proud of what we have.
You're doing great stuff. I'm very proud of it too.